Ultra-processed foods. Are they really toxic? And why should people with MS and chronic illness care? A recent large review of studies about processed foods was released, and the news is not good. In today's video, we're going to look at what ultra-processed foods are, how they're affecting our health, a bit about my journey to eating better, and some healthier alternatives we can eat to help support our long-term health and manage our MS and chronic illness symptoms. How toxic and how dangerous are processed foods? This review by the British Medical Journal included 45 meta-analyses from 14 review articles from the past 3 years and involved 9.9 million people. It found that ultra-processed foods are linked to 32 harmful effects to health. 32. That's a lot. Ultra-processed foods include things like protein bars, sweetened carbonated drinks, fast food, packaged baked goods and snacks, sugary cereals, and ready-to-eat meals. These foods undergo multiple industrial processes that change them from their original state, and they may contain colors, emulsifiers, flavors, preservatives, and trans fats. They're also higher in added sugar and salt, but are low in vitamins, nutrients, and fiber. How much ultra-processed foods are we eating? It depends on where you live. According to the study, in Italy it's 10%, in South Korea it's 25%, but in Australia it's 42%, and the United States comes in at 58%. More than half of the daily calories in the U.S. are in the forms of ultra-processed foods. That's crazy. Some of the 32 ways these processed foods can affect us are in overall mortality, cancer, mental health, respiratory, cardiovascular, gastrointestinal, and metabolic health outcomes. They broke it down even further and reported highly suggestive evidence also indicated that a higher processed food intake was associated with a 21% greater risk of death from any cause, a 40 to 66% increased risk of heart disease-related death, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and sleep problems, and a 22% increased risk of depression. Well now, this is not good news, but you may be asking yourself, why should we care about this, Vicky? Excellent question. People with MS and chronic illness are more prone to comorbid conditions. We tend to get more other conditions on top of MS than the general population. In this paper in Frontiers in Neurology, they state that certain comorbidities are more prevalent in people with MS. According to a comprehensive systematic review of 249 articles, the most prevalent comorbidities in MS are depression, anxiety, hypertension, high cholesterol, and lung disease. There are also some smaller studies showing an increased risk of other autoimmune comorbidities like diabetes, thyroid disorders, inflammatory bowel disease, and psoriasis. Ultra-processed foods can contribute to these. These foods or food-like products are everywhere and aggressively marketed to us with dubious claims to try to convince us they're good for us. You may see claims like made with whole grains, natural, low fat, light, low carb, fortified or enriched, or zero trans fats. These claims do not mean that the foods are healthy. For instance, a cereal that shows on the front of the box that it's made with whole grain may have dozens of other ingredients that are terrible for us. Even organic can be tricky sometimes. Something can claim to be made with organic ingredients, and one of the top ingredients is organic sugar. It's still sugar, and it's still inflammatory. When I had my first discernible relapse in 2006, it scared the poop out of me. I decided I needed to start eating better. I started eating more vegetarian and trying to make better choices. But guess what? I fell for the marketing tricks on the packaging. I was eating ultra-processed vegetarian foods full of crazy ingredients that were not healthy at all. I was eating food-like products like fake meats and fake cheeses and vegetarian foods full of fats and sugars and artificial ingredients. I had to learn not to fall for the marketing on the packages. I'm currently reading the book Brain Food by Lisa Mosconi, a PhD in neuroscience and a well-respected researcher. And in the book, she goes over the history of humans' eating habits. When comparing what our ancestors ate to what we eat today, she wrote, the plummet in quality is especially stunning. Where our ancestors ate mostly vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, many Americans today barely touch these foods. When they do, it's rarely in their natural state, but rather canned, frozen, juiced, or otherwise chemically processed, and usually eaten as a side dish or a snack rather than the main course. It is an excellent book so far. I'll leave a link to it in the description below if you'd like to check it out. Would you be interested in a video book review of it? Let me know in the comments below. What can we do to help reduce our intake of ultra-processed foods and reduce our risks of the 32 harmful effects? I have 3 tips for you. Number 1, shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Most of the highly processed foods are shelf-stable, and they're on the shelves in the center of the store in boxes and bags and cans that can sit there for months or years. Stick with the produce section and the refrigerated sections. Load up on fresh fruits and vegetables. Even frozen whole foods are good. These fruits and vegetables are picked at their peak and flash frozen so they retain their nutrients. Number 2, read the back of the boxes or the packages. You might be surprised how many simple carbohydrates there are, like sugars in the form of high fructose corn syrup, rice syrup, and dextrose, or carbohydrates that have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients, like white flour, or unhealthy fats like trans fats in hydrogenated oils or palm oils, which are very high in saturated fats. And number 3, only buy foods that have real foods listed in the ingredients and try to keep them to a minimum. When possible, I try to look for ingredients that are identifiable foods and the lowest amount of ingredients possible, like crackers made with wheat and salt, or veggie burgers made with whole, real food ingredients. As you're transitioning to a more whole food diet, use the ingredients list to help you make less dangerous choices. That's what I did. Once I started learning more about how to eat healthier, I started reading the ingredients list and weaning myself off the ultra-processed foods. My taste buds have changed, and now I don't even crave those foods anymore. Here are some examples. Instead of the flavored corn chips that have dozens of ingredients, choose the ones with 3 ingredients, corn, oil, and salt. Then flavor them with salsa. Then move on to baked corn chips, and then bake your own. We buy locally made tortillas that we lightly salt and bake at home. Instead of peanut butter with added sugars, hydrogenated fats, and ingredients you can't identify, choose the one made with peanuts and salt. Instead of flavored potato chips with crazy long lists of chemical ingredients, choose the ones with 3 ingredients, potatoes, oil, and salt. Then maybe try making your own without oil. Slice the potatoes thin with a mandolin, lightly salt them, and then microwave them in a single layer on parchment paper for about 5 minutes. To get our free handout with instructions on how to make a healthier version of corn chips and potato chips, see the link below. Here are some other ideas of things that we can eat that are minimally processed and good for us and delicious. Fruits and vegetables are among some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Whole grains are full of fiber and protein. Nuts and seeds are excellent sources of fiber and healthy fats. Breakfast could be oats with strawberries or blueberries. Just make sure the oats are organic and non-GMO if you can find them. Or perhaps a sprouted grain English muffin with hummus and some pea sprouts. Lunch could be a gorgeous salad full of colorful vegetables with soybeans, other beans, or tofu, or a sandwich with sprouted grain bread filled with seasoned smashed chickpeas or tofu egg salad, or a lettuce, tomato, and tempeh sandwich. Snacks could be apple slices sprinkled with cinnamon, or dates stuffed with a walnut or a bit of nut butter, or a simple-to-make fruit smoothie made with frozen fruits and greens and a healthy fat like ground flax seeds, hemp hearts, or chia seeds. Dinner could be steamed broccoli, French-style kidney beans, and seasoned brown rice, or maybe mixed vegetables, herbed mini potatoes, and Greek green lentils, or baked butternut squash, corn, and black beans, the 3 sisters. These dinner recipes are all from my ebook, Simply Nutritious, 15 incredibly easy to prepare plant-based meal plans that I'll link below if you'd like to check it out. I'll also include links to some of the other items that I showed as well, so you can check them out too. What are some of your favorite whole foods or minimally processed foods or meals? Let me know in the comments below. To see more on eating a whole food plant-based diet, watch these videos next. Please like, subscribe, and subscribe to my newsletter using the link below. Until next time, be well.